Denise DeVaan, class of 1975, is an activist, an educator, and a problem solver. She has dedicated her career to improving the lives of financially poor families in the United States. Her service learning projects began in Chicago's South Side in 1969 when she was just 16 years old. This was the beginning of a journey that would include Dorothy Day as her mentor, volunteer work in New York City's Bowery, and a position lobbying with the Minnesota legislature and Congress. At every turn in her journey, she has worked on food, hunger, housing, energy, jobs, and economic development, childcare, and early childhood legislation, all with the goal to reduce poverty. Today, Denise is a senior consultant with ICF International, where she works to bring financial asset building tools and strategies used by the middle class to financially poor families. Please help me welcome Denise DeVaan.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Good morning, fellow alums. Good morning, fellow alums. That's what I love to hear. Oh my God. I must tell you that sitting behind this curtain, I can hardly talk. It is amazing. It is amazing to have this experience, and I'm so grateful to be here with us. Did you happen to know that the College of St. Benedict, under the leadership of Dr. Marianne Benninger, has created a first ever Young Alums President's Circle? They had an event a few years ago at a really hip bar in Minneapolis called The Butcher and the Boar. And they invited several of us older alums. And how lucky we were. I joined a table of recent graduates and asked the usual question, so now what? One was heading to Ecuador, the other to Chicago's South Side. Have you ever thought of a way to communicate, I said to them, so that you have a way to support each other? And the reply, without missing a beat, oh, we communicate all the time through Facebook. And I said to myself inside, of course you do. And a few minutes later, I joined another circle of alums, and another circle of alums, and another circle of alums, and in one in particular, I was so inspired. I had met an alum who had just finished her very first year of law school at Notre Dame. She wants to influence higher education and higher education policy. Another young woman, another young alum, was a business management consultant, 10 years past her graduation. And as I stood in this alum circle of support, and this really happened, I took a deep breath inside, and I wasn't listening anymore, and I saw before my very eyes the next generation of leaders. There they stood, so clear and centered in who they are. They were so funny. They were so bright. They were so clear thinking. They were inquisitive, and they were competent. And we have so many bright and funny and clear thinking and competent alums all over the world. What is it about this place? I want you to think with me. What is it about this place that when we meet each other, no matter where we are in the continent, no matter the generations that we cross, what is it about this place that has a kind of affinity, a recognition, and I understand you? We've come through the same or similar experience. Is it because this college is placed in the middle of a cornfield, where we come from all over the world and somehow we have to just get along? Is it because we get the best of both? A women's education experience here, a men's education experience next door, together in our learning, separated in our living, joined in our cause in the pursuit of something bigger than ourselves, both in knowledge and in practice? Is it? Is it because the faculty pushed us so hard to learn more and more and more, and they found ways to create hospitable space for disciplined reflection and action? And the service learning we did from this place changed our lives. Is it? Is it because the entire St. Ben's community welcomed us as we were, without judgment? No matter what our belief system was, no matter what it became, no matter the background we came from, we were accepted. And the St. Ben's experience attended to both head and heart, to the body and the spirit, and somehow in this process, a beginning of a transformation occurred. And that transformation is still going on. Maybe the answer to this question, what is it about this place, maybe the answer is really all of the above. Maybe it's time you and I, the 14 of us who are here and the 16,000 of us who are not here physically, maybe it's time that together we say, thank you. Thank you to those women, the Benedictine sisters, who took an enormous risk in 1913 to take women's higher education seriously. Today, we are in a time of transition, and future classes will stand in part on our shoulders. Why is this? The Benedictine sisters that we know and love, and the Benedictine sisters that we have known in the past, and the Benedictine sisters who have gone before us, they have never lacked vision. Never. They have never lacked dedication or discipline or resolve or commitment to build this institution. All they lack today are numbers. And so today we alums now and our alums into the future are invited to a new model. Somehow we must become sisters for each other. And it will look different, of course. The bells of the college ring today. They ring in celebration of 100 years. They will ring tomorrow, and the day after that, and the day after that. Why? Because the college is in the hands of strong leaders. As the torch passes from this day, the bells will continue to ring throughout the year. They ring as the seasons pass, from crisp fall days and the colored leaves to the winter days when clumps of snow rest on the branches of naked trees. The bells will continue to ring in the spring as spring days turn because the winter is ended and the sun is warm. The bells will ring in the summer days when it's very, very hot and the entire St. Ben's community prepares once again for the arrival of students who are energetic in the fall. Seasons turn into years, and years turn into decades. And before we know it, lifetimes pass. And you and I, as alums, are a part of this rhythm. Take pride. So today it's time to take a deep breath and to pause. And with glad hearts, we say thank you. Thank you to the College of St. Benedict. You, the collective you over 100 years, you were there at really important times in our lives. Some of these times were easy, and some of them were very, very hard. But no matter what, no matter how we showed up, you were there, you were welcoming, you helped us to do what? To become the best women we could be. The best. And why? It's for the work ahead. It's to do what needs to be done. Always, it's to do whatever needs to be done. May you, this college, live another 100. Happy birthday.